one regret. I didn't do it sooner.
That's all right. That's all right.
If I had a time machine, I'd go back in time and doing that. I jumped in at least 15 years ago, not 19. Always said, you don't know what you don't know because you don't know it.
All right. Come on, sir. That's it.
I didn't. I was kind of like people when they said, have you received the Holy Ghost since you were little? They said, we heard that this thing has a Holy Ghost. I hadn't heard this thing as a covenant by design. But when I heard about it, and I thank God for covenant by design. I thank God for super powerful. Not only a powerful lady, but a royal lady.
Yes.
That is royalty.
Thank you, Lord.
And I like being connected with royalty.
Yes.
You are little work, but you can do it on paper, you can do it in your mind. I want you to think of 5 people that you spend the most time with. 5 people that you spend, that you confide in, that you spend time with, that you talk to. Your closest 5 people. Closest 5. You know what they said on the phone thing, your fab 5 or your favorite 5, whatever. 5. Now, according to statistics,
Come on now.
if we take the average income of those 5 people, you are somewhere with a couple $1,000 of where they are. I lost you that, didn't I? Because if all your friends are talking about how bad it is and we can't make it, it's just going to be, we got to get this guy out of the White House. So now you and the people whose arena is at that level.
Yes.
I challenge everybody between now and the end of next year, try to get your closest 5 people to be at a level where you want to be. Every now and then, you get around somebody who knows what you don't know. Who can say something that you didn't know about. And one of the things I always ask people, I said, do you know someone that I need to know? Because there's somebody who knows somebody that you don't know that you need to know. And I'm not trying to hook up with somebody who just knows, just trying to get somebody else in that little group, that little clique, but somebody who's going someplace. Even in this room, there's somebody in the room, regardless of their educational background, they know something that you don't know. And they can do something that you can't do. And you need to know them. So I just thank God for being associated with Chief Apostle. And then I heard Apostle Kerr say she was so proud to say that Apostle O was her apostle. I'm proud to say she's my apostle. Amen. I'm proud to say I'm associated with Dr. Diane Curry. I call her my wonder twin. We get together, so we activate, something got to happen. So I thank God for my wonder twin and my little brother Bishop Michael Young. Y'all give him. He kind of keeps me motivated, keeps me stirred up. I had said that I wasn't going to try to preach tonight because I got some teaching stuff. But then he walked and said, man, I got to preach now. They set me up like we had the Founders Week. Now look what they did to me. They had me in between Apostle Marvelous. Apostle Marvelous, just his testimony.
That's it.
It was something.
That's right. That's right.
He was telling his testimony. It was like, and so now I got to come behind something like that. And then when I got done, Bishop Young said, man, so again, I'm in the sandwich mode. They had Dr. Curry last night, got Bishop Young tomorrow, man, so I'm kind of stuck, like I feel like the cream in the Oreo, I don't know. So I thank God for Apostle Mobley and for his lovely wife. I missed your event recently, but so I owe you one. So invite me to come preach, and I won't even ask for none word. I mean, I owe you. So I thank God for them. What I love about them is they are sincere and genuine in ministry.
Yes, they are.
At risk of, I don't take a lot of time on that, but at risk of offending some people, we have many people there who are in ministry who have a personal agenda but no kingdom agenda. We have people who aspire to ministry just for another career, ticket punch, money making kind of thing. I was talking to a guy once. He said his brother wanted to go in ministry because he felt like people would give offerings and he could have money. He probably hadn't talked to a lot of pastors that I know. Because if you go come in for that reason, you'll be surprised because no one knows like the pastor knows what has to be paid each month. And when it's time to pay it, nobody calls the deacons, nobody calls the ministers, nobody calls anybody on the elder board. They call you. So if you want to sign up just to get some money, let me get you some other trades you can get into. You might want to get into something else because this is not designed to be that now. So I thank God for them. And our honor pastor tonight, we got Pastor Jones and Pastor Green. A lot of people are critical about a lot of women in ministry. All the women in ministry, again, because of wisdom. You know that in a pride, a lions travel what's called a pride. A pride of lions. In a pride of lions, the male lion only gets involved when someone's going to attack the pride. He pretty much, his job is to oversee the pride, and he does not just go out and hunt just to hunt. He only goes out to get someone who's trying to take out the pride. The women, the lioness, the female lions, they do the stalking. They do the hunting. When it's time to feed those babies, they're out on the hunt. And they'll track down another animal. They'll leap on him and they'll tear him up. And then the male lion comes in and pretty certified this is a kill, and all the babies come in. And my point is, in this ministry, we got all these female lioness. They're out there prowling. And see, when the devil thinks he's got an inroad in, he don't know, hey, you're not stalking us, we're stalking you. And these sisters, they'll jump on you, and then the next thing you know, they'll have your name on somebody, they'll be on the prayer list, calling stuff out, and everything coming against you got to go. So I thank God for being associated with this great ministry. All right, now a little bit of, I think, again, and I also don't got for Brother Sherrod on in tonight. I wish we could clone him. We should clone him. So if they ever start doing something with artificial intelligence, where they can make robots, if I give me a robot, Sherrod, plug him in on Saturday night, put him on Sunday morning, boy, I'd buy two of them. I have one on standby. And for me, Mirena, my queen, my wife. All right, now very quickly, I don't want to. Usually on Thursday nights, I'll be shop Bible study night, so I try to be done in 45 minutes. So I'm gonna try that same thing again tonight, but I'm gonna need an extra 10 minutes. Okay? All right. Now, so what happened with the way the program is set up? This was originally designed for Elders Council. And the Elders Council is kind of a training format. So my assignment is supposed to be kind of like a training thing. It was for administrators and pastors. And as I look around the room, the majority of you are not administrators nor pastors, and I don't want to bore you with a lot of admin stuff. So I'm going to preach to everybody, but let me go, I need about 10 minutes just to go over some of this stuff, and then we'll get into a text. And I can preach that in about 15, 20 minutes, so I'll make it for the lost time. And then, so we'll be on track. And we should have everybody back at your place where you need to be. I want to be in Ham before 11, so we got to get something going, right? All right, so let's see what we got here. Real quick, and I'll ask you, Apostle, I'd like to, on the next boot camp, kind of go through this in detail, because all this stuff is good stuff for pastors. So if you're a pastor or administrator or somebody in your church like that, have them to be at the next elders council, next boot camp, so I can thoroughly go through this, because this kind of stuff you can't preach this, but we need to know it. Many times we get stuff that we can preach, we feel good about it, but then we don't know stuff we need to know to help ourselves straight. So you can take this with you. This is 10 things that every church needs to have on record. And when people come, I had a friend of mine, he's a deacon in the church, he's a trustee, and they were getting ready to do a multi-million-dollar building complex. And so they were going to borrow the money because they didn't have multi-million dollars in their account. And so the pastor was talking, and he was saying that when they came down to agree to give them the money, they wanted to see their financial records. They want to see every single check, every single council check that they had written over the last 5 years. And so he said the level of scrutiny that they went through, because they were not going to loan them $15, $20. They were trying to loan. And many times we have large visions. And we have large visions that demand a large amount of finances. And I agree with my apostle. The stuff we want to do, we just can't sell enough chicken dinners for. We just can't.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, not the level of the stuff we want to do. And, if you want to know, I don't know, buy a new drum set, then we just have chicken dinner. If you want to get a new organ or a new computer, okay. But when you want to do major stuff, you need to have some major connections. And so when people come in, they want to see stuff, and a lot of stuff is very simple, like your articles of incorporation. I had a friend of mine, he's been in this church since he was a kid, and we were talking one day, and they ran into an issue. And I said, well, you have your 501c, da. They were not even incorporated as a church. And they've been having church since he was a kid. He's a grown man in his 40s, and that same church was not even incorporated. Which meant that every dime that if you were thinking about, now we don't give charitable contributions, but every dime you ever gave would not have counted anyway because they were not incorporated. So, and your constitution, your bylaws, your financial records. So all this stuff here is stuff you need to do. So if you're a pastor, you can keep this. If you're not a pastor, just look at it and say, man, and one, I don't want to be one, because they got to do all this stuff here. So number 5, a list of members, and how long you keep somebody on the books, I got a policy. After you leave, I'll keep you on the books for a couple of years because you may come back. Plus, I kind of need the numbers on the book anyway. But because you have to know they play hopscotch. They'll be here today, tomorrow, and come back. So, but at a certain point, you ought to recognize they have kissed you and said goodbye. If they left the church in 2009, it's 19. They don't need to be on the books any longer. But most of us have no way of really tracking that. So little things like that. Insurance policies, I read a thing that most Americans are underinsured. Life insurance, car insurance, Had a young guy today, he was trying to get me up, and he had a car accident. He had liability. You know what that means? The other guy's car get fixed. Well, I didn't hit a car, I hit a tree, but a tree don't need fixing. You ain't got a car though. Trees don't need liability. They don't need full coverage. They're a tree. But you drive a car, you need to make sense. My point is underinsured. Healthcare, underinsured. Sad thing, most churches are underinsured. Underinsured. If something happens, if you rent the building catches fire, the guy who owns the building, he gets money. Your stuff's just gone. So now you got to start all over again. So little things like that, just something to talk about. I'm not going to do this tonight. Employment records, you said I don't have any employees. Watch this. If you got somebody who's playing the keyboards, you're paying them every Sunday, you got an employee. You got an employee. At the end of the year, you got to give them a 1099. If you don't, you're in violation of the IRS code. And some pastors are employed by the church. If they're employed by the church as a pastor, you should be getting a W-2. If you're an independent minister, doing your own itinerary kind of thing, then you should be getting 1099. If these are things that we don't know, we don't do. And you're fine. You are fine as long as nobody call you in. You're fine. You're good. It's like, but once they call you in, and so we'll talk about that at the next bishop boot camp. If we'd have more leadership than that, more pastors, I would have got in that and we would have done that. But I won't do that. But you can keep this. That's good reading material. And if you don't like it, the kids can draw on it and make airplanes out of it. Pay for free. All right. Then I was asked to talk about leadership administration. So we'll take a quick look at. I'm going to spend about 15 minutes on this because I could preach this whole thing, but I'm going to just kind of skim through it because I do have a word that the Lord dropped in my spirit before I got here. So I'm going to preach that. I'll take about 10, 15 minutes, barring how long y'all shout. And once I get done, you shout and ball out. That's you're on your own time then. Nehemiah chapter number 2. If you find it, it's rest on your feet very quickly. Nehemiah chapter number 2. Normally has a softly, but you can hum to yourself. Okay. Nehemiah chapter number 2. And I got to rush through this, and then I want to share something with you. Nehemiah chapter number 2. You got to say word. If you don't have a shot, I'm getting it. You'll be there when you get there. Don't worry. Don't wait on me. Nehemiah chapter number 2. Verse number 8. I'm reading from a different translation. It says, and Nehemiah found support from his CEO, the king. Nehemiah said, let him send me to the city in Judah where my fathers are buried so that I can rebuild it. And the king granted his request. We're still on the thing about building a nation. And so I'm talking to you about having a plan to build. Having a plan to build. You can see the trust of God. Right off the bat, we see something awesome about Nehemiah. Nehemiah finds out from his brothers that Ezra has gone back, and Ezra being the priest, Ezra is busy building the temple, a place of worship, because they got to have a place to worship. But Nehemiah, when he hears the walls have been destroyed and the gates have been torn down, the Bible says he began to weep. Yeah. When you have a vision, but you have no passion, then you just got a thought.
That's good right there.
But when you have a vision, there should be something driving that vision. And a vision without a plan becomes just a wish. And many people start ministry, and even in family, I deal with a lot of couples. I had a couple in the office this past week, and they go through life financially with just a wish. I love you, baby. You're good to me. You make me feel good. But that won't pay any bills. That won't get nothing done. All right? And what takes place is, if we have this strong love for each other, but we have no plan together, we're going to fail. And what takes place is, Nehemiah, when he hears about the walls not being built and the gates destroyed, the Bible says he began to weep and he mourned. And what I love about it, Apostle, it says that he began to fast and pray. Spiritual leadership in church, whether you're an administrator or a deacon, if you are doing anything in church, it begins with fasting and prayer. Gone are the days. I know we all I've done it. I know a lot of you have done it. You can't put people in place just because they got strong passion. Strong passion is great, but if they have no burning desire, if they have no spiritual insight, because anything we do in the kingdom is kingdom business and it's spiritual business. Amen. So if they have great love for what's going on, but they have no love for God, no love. Some people love the church, but they don't love ministry. Some people love their job, but they don't love ministry. They have no. And when Nehemiah heard his voice, he began to weep, and he went into fasting and prayer. No wonder. Over the Acts, when he says, the apostle said, "Okay, we're gonna separate ourselves just for study." But the Bible said, "Pick ye out 7 men with master's degrees." Huh? I'm sorry, I'm not straight on. Pick ye out 7 men with MBAs. Pick ye out 7 men filled with the Holy Ghost. Which means you got to have people who are doing what they're doing, but they're not just doing it in their flesh. They're being led by the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Because when people are spirit-led, their emotions don't take over. I'm convinced, and I may be wrong, but I think a lot of times when there's a lot of mishandling of church finances, misappropriation, what takes place is we have somebody who knows how to cook the books, but they don't know how to talk with God. But they forget there's a God who sees everything. And you can fool me, but you can't fool him. So my point is this. We got to have people who are doing things in the church who love God and are full of the Holy Ghost. All right. So that's on the first one. I can rush through all these. And the Bible says, the next one he said, he shared his vision with the king. Everything I had to highlight, I'm going to go real quick. When God gives you something, God gives you something big, you can't share it with small-minded people. What happens is God will give you a plan for a new ministry. No, okay, we're gonna bring in, we're gonna have this major praise dance ministry. We're gonna da. And rather than getting with God and get with people who are above you to see what's going on, you go out and just give somebody who just what she can dance. But she can dance, but here we go again. We want to be led by the Holy Ghost. We need to have an endorsement from somebody on top. And he did not go to anybody but the king first. Which means, again, whether you're in church or not, even in your own life, if you want to get something started, don't get with people who down on your level. I tell people on the job force, nobody on your level can promote you. In fact, you telling them they are competing for the same job you compete for. So that means if I want to impress somebody, I'm not trying to impress a coworker on my level. I got to impress somebody above me. Because the one above me can pull me up. The one who's on my level can only hold me down. In fact, a lot of them don't want to see you get up. All right, so he went to the king. He went to the king. He shared his vision with the king. And if you read the text, the Bible says that when the king saw Nehemiah's countenance had changed, and Nehemiah, you're not your old happy self. What's going on? And he began to tell him about, hey, the walls are torn down. Now watch this. Ezra was back wanting to build the temple. But Nehemiah recognized something. If we build the temple but don't have walls around the city, the temple will be destroyed. So if the chief apostle is trying to build a nation, somebody has to build a wall. I'm not talking like president, but somebody's got to build a wall. You see, follow me now. The wall has to be built. And when we're trying to build ministry, build church, but if nobody's saying let's build a wall. That's right. Because if we get the temple, we get the church, everything going up, but there's nobody in place. Nothing saying, okay, when we need somebody to make sure if this goes wrong, we have somebody on that gate. Somebody on that, we're talking about the 7 mountain, I think the 7 mountain, make them 7 gate. Somebody on that gate. Somebody on the gate of finance. Somebody on the gate of education. Somebody on the gate of administration. Somebody's got to be on the gate. If we just build the temple but don't have the wall, and Nehemiah, and see, I think Nehemiah with his background working around the king recognized a temple without security it's lost. Can you imagine, and again, that risk is sounding critical, if you got a small one-bedroom apartment, you don't need a security system. I had a young soldier once out before Brad. He had a little trailer. It's just because his wife was in another state, so he just lived by himself. He had a little trailer. He had a TV in there and a bed and a footlocker, a little dresser. He said, that's all I need. I need a place to sleep so I can go work in the morning. So he didn't need a security system. Watch this. But if you go out and get a $200,000 house, you're going to have to get a security system. And the more stuff you have there, the more you need security. And Nehemiah said, if we build this temple, but won't have anybody on the walls, the temple can be destroyed. Yes. Again, this is back to where the passion was. Somebody was saying, if Chief Apostle gets the breakthrough that she's working toward, if Dr. Curry gets that $40 million, yes, and we bring $30 million into the ministry, we start doing all this stuff, if we don't have the right people in place, anybody can come along and wipe it all out.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Right.
And what takes place even at your level, at your church, I don't care if you got 8 members, 80 members, or 800 members, you got to have somebody on the wall.
Yeah. That's it.
That's the neighbor, who's on the wall in your church? And you can't have people on the wall sleeping. Can't have people on the wall who are AWOL. Okay. How you gonna be an elder in the church and you come to church once a month?
Okay.
How you gonna be a deacon in the church and we see you once a quarter? How you gonna be in the Sunday school department and you only come when it's your Sunday to teach? It's your Sunday, here you show up, but if it's anybody else, well, you know, I just couldn't make it. You are AWOL on the wall.
Take your time with that.
And once again, and then the next one he says, he went out secretly and surveyed the damage. In other words, he said, I got to find out what's wrong. And notice, he didn't go out, he didn't take 50 people with him. He went out by himself.
Yes.
And he went out at dark. So he said, okay, I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing. Some of your best plans in life have failed, not because you were wrong, you just told the wrong people and brought them with you when you should have been working under cover of darkness. And before I tell anybody else, let me see for myself what I need to get done. So we get down to the next, he says, and when he told the people his vision, see, a vision has to be shared. Once God gives you the vision, then it's got to be shared. Write the vision, make it plain. And once he shared it with them, I love this, they believed his plan would work.
Yeah.
I don't need everybody to agree with me. I just need somebody to touch and agree with me that the plan will work. Contrary now, the majority are not going to believe you. But if you can just get somebody to connect to and say, I believe what you said God told you to do. I once preached that one Sunday. This is years ago when I was still in the hotel. I've been in the hotel listening to you. I said, I don't need people asking me questions about how we're going to do. I just need you to believe what I said God said we're going to do. Because when you get people around who don't believe, all they do is stifle. They create an atmosphere. Here we go again. It's back to being married. If I'm married to you and you don't believe in me, if you don't trust me, I'm already dealing with people who don't trust me, who don't believe. If I just need somebody that I can touch and agree with. I need to get one wonder twin and we can just activate something take place. They believe the plan would work. Do you believe that we can build a nation? How are you going to do that? Talking about the intersection? No. I don't need you to fully understand the concept. I just want you to believe. When you get in your car every morning, hopefully, unless you got one of them old, I had one when I was younger, one of those cars, you had to believe it would start sometimes. But when you got one and you know it's a good car, you don't get friends, oh, I hope the car started this morning, I hope the battery's still good. You get in there, you turn that thing, and now that you push it back, because you just know this is going to work. And you ought to have people in church with you, people in ministry, people in your house, people in your family who just believe that it's going to happen. Okay, Nehemiah carefully put all his resources together. He asked the king for written authorization. And that's why I gave you that list of things. This is stuff you got to have written. You got to have written. Something I'm going to challenge. I'm going to update mine, do a new one. But I challenge every pastor in here to put together a written plan for the next 2 to 3 years, ideally 5 years. But so by this time, 2020, we will have this done. Yeah. How are we going to do that? Because we're going to do this, and this. This is the plan. And then, here we go again, you'll find out who believes, because when they see the plan, the right thing to say is, well, I can do this part.
Yes, I can help you.
I can't do that, but I can do this. Okay, what part can you do? I didn't ask you to play the keyboard. If you can't play, don't touch it. But can you grab a broom? It's like people, I got this thing, we call it, we do every now and then, we'll do a cleanup at the church. Everybody come out and clean up. What aggravates me is this, that most people come out there and they got one thing on their mind. What can I do and leave? Okay, y'all be doing that. What do you want me to do? Which tells me, rather than you saying, this needs to be cleaned off, This looks like it needs wiping down. If I got to tell you to get this, and this done, that means you got one thing on your mind that can dust off the plant and say, okay, I'm going now to plant dusted off. Wait a minute, we still got to do this. We didn't got started yet. But you didn't come to work, you came to leave.
Come on, you talking right here. Great.
The theme of planning, I skipped a couple of them. Oh, no, I didn't. There's one that says, capable people to do the work. Several of them. I got highlighted several of them. Capable people. This is my prayer. God, send me capable people. People who want to work. I remember when I was living in Miami, and guys would leave, would get off a crack, get delivered, and join the church. The best members I ever saw in my life were guys who had been strung out on crack. Because when they got saved, they knew what it meant to be free. They knew what it meant to be delivered. Because they had been trapped and bound, and now, here we go again. If you said, if a Chief Pop announced, okay, on the first Saturday and first Friday in January, we're going to have an all-night prayer meeting. I'll be here, all the ministers will be here, all the church leaders, that's all going to be here too. If you don't say by name, every pastor here, what's going to take place, it'll just be you and those pastors, everybody else in church. They'll be at home watching TV. They'll be out at the game. They'll be where they want to be. They'll be in New York, Jacksonville, Miami, LA, but they won't be at all-night prayer. Somebody said capable people.
Capable people.
Right. He developed a comprehensive plan to rebuild the wall. Here we go again, all leaders. You got to have a plan that people can understand. Sometimes people don't understand your plan. I don't understand what you want to do. Well, God showed me. Okay, if he showed you, help me see it. Write the vision, make it plain. So those who see can run with it. I'm not doing too good. There's something, let me go to something else then. Nehemiah challenges people with compelling vision. In other words, your vision should challenge people. And here you go. This is how you know you got the right person with you. Because when you say something, it should challenge them to want to do it.
Yes. Okay.
I learned about giving when I was at two places. One was in Hawaii, the other was in North Carolina. I shared with Lady Pat once. And I have to be careful saying it's not Dr. Kirk. She's cool though. Well, I just. Dr. Summerall, mighty man of God. He's going to good Lord now. Dr. Summerall. I had a privilege of meeting Dr. Summerall when I was early in my preaching days. But Dr. Summerall, at the Alma Moana Hotel, had a big conference. And the Holy Spirit was high. The Spirit was high. It was Spirit so high. You could like feel the power of God. But he said, watch this. He said, the Lord said, I want everybody to empty your wallet. Y'all got quiet. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do that tonight. So we're not going to do that tonight. I'm playing good in there, but we're not going to do that tonight. But he said, the Lord said, I want everybody to dump your wallet out. Dump your wallet out. And one of the ladies in our church, she was a banker, and she told me, she said, around, she said that kind of bothered me. She said, because I was, as a child growing up, we were in poverty. And the Lord has blessed me. She says, I don't like having my wallet empty. It's because it reminds me of where I came from. She said, I will always keep something in my wallet because, she don't want to keep a $100 bill in her wallet or something because she said, that's my idea of not having anything. They had already raised the offering. Then he said, God said, and here we go again. People were going out there, taking a wallet, dumping it out. Some people had small things. My point is this: it challenged people in giving. It challenged people. I had a bishop in North Carolina who's always said that. He says, "Some of you, your giving will never increase if you don't get challenged in it." It's kind of like running. If you run with people and they all run your same speed. The Army had one thing, they had the slow group, fast group people. I said, my whole platoon, I said, y'all all in the fast group, y'all gonna run with me. We all with the fast group. I guess I always knew. He said, I run with the slow group. I said, no, you gonna run with me. If you can't keep up, we'll come back and get you. But my point is this: if you run with slow people, you stay slow. You run with fast people, you get faster. I challenge you right now: if you're taking exercise like that, if your people you're working there, they're balanced, they do 2 push-ups and they start breathing hard, you're gonna do 3 at the most. Because you're gonna do 4, they you on them, all right? Because you just. But when somebody pushes you,
Go ahead, Doc.
you find yourself doing more than you realize you can do. And then you start getting the benefit from that. Because you did 4 today, you did 8 in the week, and end of the month you're doing 20. Oh, look at you going so good. But if you just kept doing 2, you stay at 2. And if you get, I'm trying to get done.
You good.
If you get used to the $10 level, and once a month $20, and I'm still trying to figure out how in the world you on a job and you driving 3 cars and got a big house and your tire is $20. I can't figure it out. Help me out.
Come on. You preach.
Take
your time.
3 cars, a big house, and your tire is $20. I know there's nowhere in the world you can buy that house and drive that car on $200 a month. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Come on.
Theme execution next one. Yeah, 40 leaders working side by side, shoulder to shoulder, which means if you're a leader in the church, you got to be willing to work with your people.
Yes.
I've seen people who they felt like their job was just come out and just do what they do and leave. No matter what was going on, they felt like I'm like the IG. I just come and do the white glove inspection. If your people are doing something, you should be out there doing something. If they're having an all-night prayer, how are we gonna have all-night prayer and you at home? How we gonna have prayer service on a Wednesday night and you show up once every blue moon? The last one on this first page says, some built large sections, others built where they lived. In other words, when you start building the wall, some people they built big areas. You got people it says, each did according to their ability and resources. That means if your pay scale is down here, I don't expect you to give up here.
Okay.
No, if you make at best $3,000 a month, I would be unfair to ask you to give $1,000 a month, but now I just cut you in third. But if you're making $3,000 every week and you bringing in $20, you are not doing your share. And the guy who is making less and doing his share is doing more than you. Because the thing is, we could be further along if you just do your part.
All right.
All right, back page. I'm going to do this in 5 minutes. Just put a clock on me. 5 minutes on this whole back page. Let y'all hold me up. He wanted people to talk back to him. Feedback. Let me know what's going on. Some people in leadership don't want to hear anything from anybody. And if somebody says, "Hey, this isn't going right," don't blow up. Listen to them. They're trying to tell you something. They may know something that you need to recognize. Why? How come this ain't done yet? Well, we'd have been finished back when, but the back never broke. We need to be back. My point is, allow people to give you feedback. One of the things that I think back again to marriage, the struggle out of marriage is some people in marriage don't like feedback. If I'm not doing something, let me know I'm not doing something. And watch this. If you're telling me I'm not doing something, there's a way to tell me I'm not doing something.
Go ahead.
You follow me? I once heard a guy tell his wife, he said, "Look, okay, if you want to talk to me like I'm a child, we can go to the back room and make a baby so you have somebody to boss around. You're not going to boss me around." I lost me on that. I'm a grown man. Talk to me like a man. Respect me like a man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, but don't belittle me telling me I'm wrong. And all you're going to do now is alienate me. Likewise in church, you got people in church, they're grown people.
That's right.
You can't talk to grown people like they're your little. Treat me like somebody who should be respected. You're a child of the king, I'm a child of the king. You love God, I love God. Talk to me the right way. And I see people Jews platforms.
Yes.
Boss people around there, low rate people. They said they left the church. No, they didn't leave the church. You ran them out of the church. They weren't saved no way. They were saved. They were not going to tolerate being treated like some kind of stepchild.
Okay. Amen.
Nehemiah also had a backup plan. Everybody needs a backup plan. Sometimes you want to do something, it don't work out. I never forget, again, Dr. Summerall. Young preacher came in and said, Dr. Summerall, I told my members that by a certain day we were going to have $50,000, and we don't have it. What should I do? Dr. Summerall said, real easy. Go back and tell them you lied. He said, but they won't. He said, no, just go back and tell them I was wrong. I made a mistake. They will respect you more if you tell them I was off. I miss God, but together we can get back on track. Rather than go back and trying to make them feel like they failed because you want something that God intended to do anyway. He said, son, you want to build a cake, but you didn't trust God for a donut. And God said, let me take you from faith to faith, level to level. If trust me to get a donut, then I take you to a 3-tier cake. But today in ministry, most people within like 2 or 3 years, they want to be at the mega ministry level. They want to be at the 3-tier cake, and they didn't believe God for a Twinkie yet.
Yes, sir. My God. Wow.
Okay, and Bishop Young will do this part tomorrow. He had external resistance and also internal resistance. Here's my thing, in particular in leadership. It's one thing to do it external. You expect external resistance. It becomes hard when you have internal resistance. Again, it's back again to family. You expect people outside of the house to work against you, but it's something when people inside of the house working against you. You expect neighbors and co-workers to sometimes come against you, but you don't expect your own brother, your own cousin, your own kinfolk. You don't expect your own blood. You expect, if I'm going to have resistance, let it come from the outside. But let me warn you up front. You will have resistance both inside and outside, and you must prepare yourself for people on the inside who work against you.
Yes.
There have been times in my early days of ministry, in the first 7 years, it was a really tough learning time for me. But I recognize there were times I felt like I was paying people to fight against me. I'm paying you, and when I need you, you're working against me. And it hit me and said, why would I pay somebody to work against me? I can let you go and just trust God.
Okay. Wow.
All right, now we're on communication, and I'll be done.
Wow.
And then I got to preach this thing to you out of Genesis and grab it. No, not right now, but when I get to Genesis, give me some soft music so we can preach and go home. Don't do the shouting thing yet, because then Dr. Curl start dancing, I won't be finished. When Nehemiah was ready to go put up his idea, he called the leaders together and extolled the virtues of his bid. In other words, he said, okay, before I take this to everybody, let me get all the leaders together. Make sure we're all on the same agreement. Because it will take place. You're a pastor, you got a deacon or a trustee member or somebody on the staff. If they don't agree with you, what they do is they poison the people.
Yes.
Who's agreeing with you.
Yes.
And now you can't get things done because you didn't get 100% buy-in from your other leaders.
Yes.
So if we say, okay, we're gonna remodel sanctuary, and we need $15,000. Here's the plan for it. And you always you got the ones that, well, I think we can get it done by 5. The carpet's gonna cost $5,000. We don't need it. We just get some rugs. They get some rugs, but we don't want to put down no rugs. We want to look like kingdom business. This is God business. We're not trying to put down some rugs on sale. No, got a blue one here and a gold one there and a purple one there, and the color one even come together, and then we go. But we saved some money. We didn't save anything. Just take your cheap ideas and be what? And what that this person is not really qualified to be a leader. Not qualified to be a leader. I told my staff once, I was still in the hotel that time, I said, leaders lead.
Okay, come on now.
Leaders lead in everything.
Yes, sir.
Leaders lead in attendance.
Yes.
Leaders lead in punctuality.
Yes.
A leader don't come to church 50 minutes in the praise service. A leader arrives at your church team started because leaders lead.
Yes.
Leaders don't skip. No, well, I'm going to tie this month. I'm going to skip for 3 months. No, if you're a leader, you lead in everything.
Yes. Amen.
Despite the fierce resistance from within and without, Nehemiah's team rebuilt the wall in 52 days. It should have taken them years to get that done. In 52 days. What would happen if people would just get together and agree?
Yes, sir.
If we would quit bickering over it and fighting over, trying to find a way to make it better. I want to do it like this. No, we just come together and agree. What some stuff that has taken us years to get to this point, it could be accelerated if we would just come together and agree. In 52 days, they built the wall. So Nehemiah appointed his brothers to lead them. He appointed staff to maintain the city. In other words, once he got it up, he set people in place. So you got to be able to appoint people. You got to be able to appoint the right people. The right people. All right, I'm done with that. Give me 15 minutes, and I'm going to let you go. How am I on time? I don't know. 15 minutes. And I was going to just preach this, but the reason I didn't, because I didn't want to not be obedient to the assignment. And they look so good on the program. And then it was like, well, they said, I do want to talk later on about clergy compensation. I think, the most underpaid people in America are clergy. In spite of what you see on TV, the guys in the jets and the cars, you got a handful of guys like that. The average person, the average preacher in America makes less than $15,000 a year. Now, you know that a regular shift worker at McDonald's makes more than the average pastor in America. Wow. And most who are doing well is because they are bivocational. That means they're working someplace else and then working at the church. If they only had the church income, most pastors would be on food stamps or would be, would they really be on this down now? Which is where the enemy wants to keep them. Because the anointing you pour into is the anointing that you reap out of. So if you pour into broke, if you pour into barely get by, all you can do is barely get by. And they make a statement, well, Paul was a tent maker. You read about Paul. Paul only did tents in one place. One place. Now, that's not. He didn't have a traveling tent ministry where he went. I gotta make tents. He only made tents in one place. Every place else when Paul went, he was supplied. And the fact the place he went to where he made tents, he went there just to show them, I don't need you. I'm all right. And every now and then you got to show people, I don't need you. I'm all right. I have a Jehovah Jireh.
Yes, Lord.
All right. Let me get into this text so we can go. All right. You got Genesis? Somewhere in Genesis. Genesis chapter number 21. All right, do some soft music and I can be done in 15 minutes. Genesis 21 verse 9, I'll start reading while y'all looking for it. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And God said to Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. And all that Sarah has said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And also the son of the bondwoman I will make a nation, because he is thy seed. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and looked and took bread and a bottle of water and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water was spent in the bottle. And she cast the child under one of the shrubs. and she went and sat down over against him, a good way off, as she were a bow shot. For she said, let me not see the death of the child. She sat over against him and wept, and lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad. Underline that. And God heard the voice of the lad. Not the voice of Hagar. He heard the voice of the baby. Earlier, they talking about the baby that really got me stirred up. I already want to talk about it now. And the angel of God called Hagar out of heaven and said to her, what aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the lad, where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in thine hand, for I will make him a great nation. And God opened her eyes. Underline that. And God opened her eyes. And she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle of water and gave the lad to drink. And God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became an archer. He dwelled in the wilderness of Haran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. Tell somebody, God hears the child.
God hears the child.
God hears the child. Let me shift gears now. Put on my prophetic mantle. And many of you, some of you, it's your natural child. Some of you, it's your ministry child. It's your child. When I read the story of Hagar, it amazes me because Hagar is a pawn in a chess game between Abraham and Sarah. She's caught up in somebody else's mess. It's one thing to be caught up in something that you caused, but sometimes in life we get caught up in stuff that somebody else caused. Just innocent bystanders. I had no intention of going that way, but I got caught up because of somebody else. Hagar was an Egyptian who went to be with Abraham and Sarah as a bondservant. In fact, according to tradition, she was actually royalty. And she was given to them as a servant. Now, I'm already messed up because I was born to be royal. Let me talk this thing out. I was born to be significant. And because of somebody else doing, I'm caught up in that. And then Hagar is being a servant, and Sarah says to Abram, take this girl Hagar. Take her. Get her one. Get a baby from her. I can't have one. So now here Hagar, more of a pawn now. But the next move is I go from being taken out of royalty to being subjected to servanthood, and now I'm being used to be somebody's concubine.
My God.
You ever have people just mess over you? Okay, this is, I remember somebody on the screen. This people just use your life and mess over you. Decide the next thing for you because it's good for them, not taking into consideration how is that going to affect you. So now she's doing something, and it's interesting because I just been thinking out loud to myself. Sarah had other servants, but she picked Hagar. Now I just believe, I could be wrong, if she said, "Okay, Abraham, go take Clarabelle." Abraham said, "That's all right. I'm good. We ain't got to help baby that bad." You know? But we said, take Hagar. You know, in the Eastern world, there's always been a mystique about the Egyptian women or women of color. Just a mystique there. Abraham said, well, you want me to? I'll take you. You put it like that. Don't take Clarabelle. Don't take Clarabelle. Take Hagar. So now Abraham is going to the tent with Hagar every night. Little by little, all of a sudden, she's pregnant. She has a baby, and the baby works well until Sarah got blessed.
Jesus.
Okay. Sometimes you fit good in somebody else's plan until God does something for them, and now you're messing up my stuff. It was okay when you were doing something for me, and I was getting a little bit of something out of it. But now that God has blessed me, and the text says that when Sarah looked out and saw Ishmael, who's about 12, mocking young Isaac, she says, okay, this ain't, you finna mess my stuff up. Abraham, I don't care where she goes, she got to get out of here. Pack up and get her out. And the Bible says that Abraham felt bad Because Abraham, see, here we go again. To Sarah, it was just a child. To Abraham, it was his child. I told you over at Pastor Wiggins Church, God has these things where he has to take you to some breaking points. Some points of separation, the points where he breaks you. But Abraham, this is a major break. Because now I must take the son. Look at the Bible says. It said it was grievous in thy sight because of the lad and because of the bondwoman. Which meant that Abraham had grown an attachment to both Ishmael and Hagar. And Sarah said, you get it's all right with you and this Hagar thing, but this baby, that got to go. Here is Abraham. This is the part that bothers me because Abraham was loaded. He was rich. Filthy rich. He cuts her loose with a bottle of water. A bottle of water. You're talking about not getting child support. Your man ain't got no job anyway. Abraham was loaded.
That's right. Yes, he was.
And he gives her a bottle of water and said, you got to go.
That's right.
Bad enough you used me. Bad enough you put me in your trunk. Bad enough I got tied up in you and Sarah's mess. Now you're going to cut me loose with just a bottle of water. But tonight, I want to introduce you to Jehovah Rohi. Jehovah Rohi is the God who sees. Take my mouth like it is. He's the God who sees. Some of you right now, what you're dealing with, only thing God's trying to get you to do is let you know, I have driven you to a place where you think it's over. You think it's difficult. You're not going to make it. The child's not going to make it. But remember, I am Jehovah Rohi, the God who sees. I read Genesis chapter number 1, I found out something about our God. He's the God that moves.
Yes, he does. He does.
He's a God who hears.
Yes.
And he's a God that sees. And he's a God that speaks. There's something about when God, notice that he moved. The Spirit of God moved on this water, and God said. After he said, he saw the light was good. Wait a minute, wait. It didn't say he saw the darkness. I'm sure he had to see the darkness. But it didn't say anything about him seeing darkness because he wasn't going to call what he was looking at. He was going to call what he was looking at. Okay, well, y'all lost on that. It was dark, but he saw light. So he said, well, I'm not going to call darkness. That's right there. What I'm going to call is what you don't see. I'm letting you know that God says, I'm the God who sees. The God who knows all and sees all. Watch this. He knows all, sees all. Doesn't say he sees all, knows all. He knows before he sees. That's it. That means what you're going through right now, since he already knows, he's already seen. And while Hagar was somewhere hiding, he said, I don't want to see my baby die. I want to see my child like this. I waited too long in this ministry to see it go out like this. I prayed too hard for that girl to see her end up like this. I fasted and prayed too long for that boy to see him like this. I don't want to see him die. But God says, Hagar, if you would open your eyes.
Yes, Lord.
Why? Because I heard the boy crying. It didn't say he heard Hagar. So I heard the laugh. Oh, God says, I've heard the thing that you prayed about talking to me. Stand these bills. I'm done. Because if you got me by now, I'm all wasting my time. The thing that's on your mind, the God who knows has already seen. And he's not going to talk to what you know. He's going to talk to what he sees. He says, Hagar, if you would just open your eyes. You're looking at the fact, I don't have money. God said, I've already seen money for you. You're looking at the fact, I don't have a job. I said, I've already seen 2 jobs for you. I'm the
My God.
Yes, Lord.
Hagar called the place Jehovah Rohi, the God who sees. I release tonight the understanding for you that God says the thing that's on your mind,
Yes, Lord.
I've already seen it.
Yes, God.
I foresee it.
Yes, Lord.
I foresee. While you're waiting to see it, I've already seen it. I've already seen your healing. I've already seen the doctor report that says you are free of this disease. I've already seen the laughter. They hadn't even drawn the blood yet, but I've already seen it.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
The God who sees.
Yes, Lord.
God has already heard the prayer that you're, watch this now. Whatever your child is, it could be a church, it could be a business, it could be the flesh and blood. God said, I've heard their prayer. Not to make you feel bad. God said, I'm not dealing with what you're praying about, because Hagar's request was a request of defeat. She had given up. She took the boy and put him under some bushes, said, get out of the shade and sit in the shade and just sleep away and die. And the boy began to cry. Somebody's, your vision, your child, the thing that you gave birth to in the spirit, the thing that you gave birth to in the natural. Everybody else says it's not going to come true. But hear me on this. If I be a man of God,
Yes, Lord.
the God I serve wants you to know that He is Jehovah Rohi, the God who sees. Which means He sees ahead and makes. He says, Hagar, open your eyes. And she named the child Ishmael, meaning God heard. Get it in your spirit, whatever it is, because He is hearing. He has already heard the thing that you have given up on. And I'm so glad that in Genesis 1 we find out about our God. He's the God who hears, the God that moves, and He sees. Somebody shout, He sees my answer.
He sees my answer.
Hagar looks over and finds not just a little water, she finds a well springing up. But God says to let you know, this next breakthrough is not going to be a small breakthrough.
It's going to be a big one.
God, I know.
Yes, Lord.
Lord, I thank you.
It will be bubbling.
Yes.
Yeah.
It won't be a trickle, it'll be a bubbling.
Yeah.
Yeah. The boy is rehydrated.
Yes, Lord.
And here's the better thing to be, Doctor. It does say that they left there with a 5-gallon can. They still only had that same canteen. That meant that whatever they drink, I'm about to ready to run now. Whatever,
Yes. Yes.
whatever they drink, whatever was in that water, took them all the way to Egypt.
Yes, Lord.
I've been saying it for years, get in the spirit, you are not running out.
No.
You're running over.
Yes.
Somebody shout, I'm not running out.
I'm not running out.
I'm running over.
I'm running over.
I am not running out.
I'm not running out.
I'm running over.
I'm running over.
An empty canteen. An empty canteen.
Yes, Lord.
They drank. I'm sure they got really hydrated. Spatula on them. Fill that canteen up. And the rest of their journey sustained by one canteen.
All right, God.
That's Jehovah.
Yes.
Grab everybody's hand. Grab everybody's hand. We got to got to go.